Welcome, Hornets, and thank you for joining me for part two of the disk method. This time we'll be looking at a rotational axis, that is the y-axis, therefore a vertical rotational axis. That means that we will have horizontal representative rectangles, and just as we did before, here is the worksheet that we're going to be working on. We're doing numbers 10, 12, and 14. Please take note that all of our values are now going to be in terms of x equals as we do this to revolve around the y-axis. Not all of this is written in that form. You'll notice, for example, that if I square both sides here, I end up getting my y squared equal to 1 minus x, and y squared is equal to 1 minus x. And therefore, I have x equal to 1 minus y squared in both cases. And this graph representing the 1 and back does the top part and the bottom part. And we're looking at x equaling 0. X equaling 0 is the y-axis right here. And we can clearly see that that's going to be the case at 0, 1 and 0, negative 1. Again, I'm just trying to solve this. So when I solve, I'm going to get a 0. X will equal 0 at 1 and negative 1. So we're going from 1 to negative 1. Notice that this is an even function, so I can always work from 0 to 1 and do a doubling, which is what I'm going to do. I'll draw my representative rectangle so that I can see it clearly. It is 1 minus x. Let's try that again. We want 1 minus y squared, comma y. And the lower point, or the left point, is 0, comma y. This representative r value, r of y in this case, is going to be the upper minus the lower, and that's going to give me 1 minus y squared. The quantity squared from 0 to 1 as we've doubled it. And now I have to FOIL, so I have 2 pi. I'm integrating, and I have 1 minus 2y squared plus y to the 4th dy. This gives me 1/5 y to the 5th minus 2/3 y cubed plus y from 0 to 1 multiplied by 2 pi. Now we've seen this before. That's the 1/5 minus 2/3 plus 1 whole multiplied by 2. And we're working at 16 pi 15ths based upon work that we did in class today. Let's go ahead and go to number 12. So number 12, we're now looking at a y squared, and we have 4 minus y squared equaling x. So we're looking at a quadratic opening to the left, and we have this 4, 0. And the quadratic does that. We have y equals 0 here. We have x equals 0 here. So we're only going from 0 up, and we're going to go to this y-intercept here, which is going to be 2. And we have our right minus left. This is going to be 4 minus y squared, comma y, 0, comma y. That means that r of y is the upper minus lower, or 4 minus y squared. So we have pi, since we're not doubling it, we're still going 0 to 2. And we have our upper equation squared, 4 minus y squared squared, dy. Alrighty, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to FOIL this out. Then we can integrate 0 to 2, 16 minus 8y squared plus y to the 4th dy. And as we do this, let's just get our piece. 1/5 y to the 5th minus 8/3 y cubed plus 16y from 0 to 2. So we're plugging in a 2, and that's giving me 32/5 minus 64/3 plus 32. And we're multiplying by pi as soon as we get the common denominator. And so now that's what I'm going to do. So I have 96. Once again, this is going to be in terms of 15ths. We have 64 multiplied by 5. That's 320. And then we have 32 times 15 is 480. So let's see, 480 plus, let's try that again, 480 plus 96 minus 320, and we're looking at 256/15. Don't forget to multiply your pi, and there's our answer for number 12. All right, that leaves only one left. Let's take a look at this last one. We're looking at the square root of y. So I started 0, and at x equaling 1, I have a y equaling 1. It goes like that. We have x equaling 0. We have y equaling 1. We have x equaling 1. Let's just see what that's going to give me. 1, 1, that's right there. All right, so let's just make sure we have 0 and 0, 1, 1, y equaling 1. All right, so that looks good. Going from 0 to 1, this is my representative x. There went my lights. You gotta love this school. Let's just call this the square root of y, comma, y. Normally I'd shut this video down right now as it's very distracting. So we have pi integration 0 to 1 for the square root of y, the quantity squared dy. That's giving me pi integration of y 0 to 1. And we have dy 1/2 y squared from 0 to 1 multiplied by pi is giving me pi over 2 as my answer. And there is my work. Alrighty, so this was our worksheet that we had today. Hopefully you're going to be taking a look at the other problems that I gave you from the DISC method introduction B1, and that'll be online. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope this has helped you. Oh, as my camera got moved. I hope this has helped. If you like the video, please remember to click like, and if you have suggestions, please feel free to leave them so that I can improve. Thank you very much, Hornets. Be well, be safe, and take care. Bye-bye, everybody.